Hey everybody, Sean from SP Productions back today with another video. Today, really excited. This is something I've personally been waiting for since I was a little kid. But I guess in the grand scheme of things, it's really only been about a year since Hasbro opened the pre-orders for the latest Haslab project, which is the Ghostbusters Afterlife Spengler Proton Pack. And here it is. Kudos to Hasbro for getting these out a full 3 months early. First, I just wanted to take a minute to step back and look at this amazing packaging. I don't know if this comes through on the video, but Hasbro did a really cool job making this look like kind of a real world crate. It even has like a little simulated fingerprint combo lock on it with the latches, kind of the red and yellow construction hazard tape going down the sides, reminiscent of design elements you see like on the Ghost Trap and the Ecto-1. I think this is a really nice touch. Gives me some ideas on how I might store this thing in the future, maybe recreate the same look in a real crate. But enough talk about the packaging, let's get this thing open. Another nice feature with the packaging, you can see from the top-down view, the wooden floor from the Spengler residence, the little floor puzzle that you see Phoebe do where she finds the PKE meter. You know, you could really tell that this whole thing was put together by fans of the Ghostbusters franchise, incorporating design elements even as small as the floor puzzle scene that you see from Afterlife. Just an awesome touch. So first thing you get in the envelope are some of the extras that came with the Haslab project. First one is Egon Spengler's journal. So some nicely, handwritten mimicked notes talking about the various pieces of Ghostbuster equipment, characters. Really look forward to be able to flip through this and kind of read up on everything. Next up are the instructions. Again, another nicely done element, reminiscent of old school blueprints on actual blue paper with white ink. And here it gives you all the instructions on how to actually put the proton pack together, how to install the batteries, the volume adjustment using the crank knob, the on switch. There's a nice little storage compartment, which I'll get to later. How to connect the different, the ribbon cable, and how you can actually take the bumper off and access the interior of the cyclotron to recreate the scene where you see Phoebe working on the CRT emitters inside the pack, which again, just a really nice touch. There's also switches on the interior of the cyclotron that let you switch between the Afterlife and the 1984 Ghostbusters movie electronic sequence. The LEDs are a little bit different in the various movies, so through this you get to be able to recreate both, which I think is fantastic. And then how to be able to attach some of the marshmallow goo that you'll see coming up. And then last but not least, how to interface the proton pack with the Spengler neutrona wand, which came out ahead of the pack. Hasbro did a really awesome job when the pack first came out. They had announced that there wasn't going to be any electrical connectivity between the wand and the proton pack, that they would function totally separately. After the Haslab project got approved, they actually made some modifications to the proton pack electronics and included as an add-on to the project the hose that goes from the wand back to the pack. You can actually power the wand through the pack, through that hose going back to the pack. And there's some interplay there between the electronics of the wand and the pack, which we'll see later. And then last but not least, how you put together the stand to display the pack. Really cool. So these are really nice, some clean version of the decals on the proton pack. So the ones that come on the pack are weathered, similar to what you see on the Afterlife pack. So if you want to put on clear, or if you want to put on a clean set of decals, Hasbro included with those with the pack. Some Ghostbuster stickers, good stuff. Okay, so these are the, as I mentioned, one of the add-ons is some mimicked marshmallow goo that you see from the mini Stay Puffs. So these are just cast plastic pieces, but they have little hooks, so they attach to various parts of the proton pack and look like there's kind of marshmallow goo hanging off the pack. These were one of the bonuses that were included. So again, a really nice packaging touch. This little container here, which we'll see what's in here in a minute, but again, leveraging elements of the various Ghostbusters props. This one looks like a small trap, which really hoping Hasbro decides to do a trap in the near future. It'd be awesome. So one of the other bonuses included with this project are these mini puff figures. Comes with 3 mini puffs, as you can see, along with 3 interchangeable heads. Yeah, really nice feature there. Something else to add to the overall nuance of the pack. And ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the Hasbro Haslab Spengler Proton Pack from Ghostbusters Afterlife. Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at it. I'm really blown away that they were able to do this at the price point they were, and was really excited. I went kind of back and forth about whether I was going to support this project, primarily because if you recall one of my earlier videos where I was looking to pick my next project, one of those projects was going to build a Proton Pack kit that I have in storage, and I was just worried that if I bought another Proton Pack, I would never get to that kit. But again, the price point for this was so incredibly affordable compared to building like a full-up prop replica, and obviously there are some key differences here, but for what they offer this at, I mean, this is absolutely incredible just looking at it coming right out of the box. And yeah, as I mentioned earlier, being a big fan of Ghostbusters since I was a kid, this is something I've been waiting for a long time. You know, like a lot of folks out there, I think I had the real Ghostbusters Proton Pack, which, you know, lacked a little bit on the accuracy front. So when Hasbro announced this project, I was really excited about it and was fortunate enough to be able to be a part of it. So yeah, let's get it out of the box. So before we get to the pack in detail, I just want to finish going through the box because I think there's some other things left in here. So the last box that comes with the pack, at the very bottom, you get it open. So I'll see it here. So these are the various parts for the stand, which was the final bonus that they offered based on the number of backers that they got, which was really awesome that enough people were interested in this project that they were able to offer or include all the bonus add-ons. Last thing that you've got in the bottom of all your packaging there is the hose that I was talking about earlier that connects the neutrona wand to the pack itself. Orange safety tip to put on the neutrona wand so folks at the convention don't think you have a real Ghostbusters Proton Pack. The ion arm, which goes on the top of the pack. Oh yeah, and Hasbro did a really awesome thing with this. This is all the hardware you need to attach the Proton Pack to an Alice frame. The pack itself actually comes with 2 shoulder straps, so you can put it on as soon as you take it out of the box. But if you want to go for that next level of accuracy, the original props use kind of a standard military surplus Alice frame for the backpack, and all these brackets and spacers and everything help you attach the pack to the Alice frame itself. So you're doing that. Here it is, the Hasbro Haslab Spengler Proton Pack from Ghostbusters Afterlife. You know, initial reactions for what this is, again, there's a lot of people out there criticizing that it's not an accurate prop replica. I get that, but for being a mass-produced toy, similar to a lot of the other products that Hasbro's done over the last couple of years, a couple other reviews that you've seen me do on this channel, this is absolutely amazing. These went for $3.99, so under 400 bucks, and the detailing and everything is just phenomenal. Here are the shoulder straps I was mentioning before, so you can put this right on if you want to get out there, start busting ghosts. And there's a lot of just miscellaneous detailing pieces. Like I mentioned, the cyclotron comes off, which I'll show you. It's got electronics with a dual mode, so you can do 84 Ghostbusters or Afterlife. I'm just kind of stoked to see how it is. So why don't we get the batteries in and turn it on? So the pack takes 4D batteries, and I came prepared this time. switch it on. So there you saw the auto shutdown feature. You can see it powers up in the Afterlife mode, so you get that cyclotron effect, which personally I love. I think it was a real big step up from what we saw in the original, mimicking the physics of the actual proton pack. And then some of the humming you might have heard over the microphone is the internal vibration motor, which is really cool. So yeah, wow. I mean, I don't really know what else to say. Absolutely amazing replica by Hasbro. I know I've said this in some of my other videos, but I really think Hasbro has really focused in on a collector's market of people who are willing to pay for more of a higher end toy, but perhaps a lower end prop replica, especially when they get it as this close. I mean, even me being this close to it, the detailing is fantastic. I would imagine if you're 3, 4, 6 feet away, like people typically are at a con and they're looking at this from that kind of distance, it's going to be hard for a lot of people to discern between this and kind of the higher end prop replica proton packs. But that all being said, let's check out some of the really cool features that Hasbro included. First and foremost, I want to show you the removable cyclotron. So you unscrew this piece, the bumper comes off, and then you can disconnect the various hoses from the cyclotron. Leave that one on there for now. I don't want to pull it too hard. But the inside, 2 pieces which I think are just really awesomely done. The top part of the cyclotron has the CRT emitters that you see Phoebe working on when she meets the ghost of Egon in his workshop. The 4 CRTs are in here, and all the little pieces are removable, so you can reenact that scene.
2 of the CRT emitters are missing.
I mean, to me, this is like taking the replica to the next level. Would have been really easy to do like the outer shell of a pack, throw some electronics and sound effects in it, and call it done. But taking the interior detailing and all the little pieces that you can move around and take off and play with just really, brings us up a level. Next is the cyclotron itself, which you can unscrew this piece, and then the cyclotron itself comes out. So yeah, the cyclotron comes out, so you can reenact that scene as well. All the parts in here appear to be cast in, although they are wiggling, so you can probably pull some of them out. And then another cool feature, there are 2 small switches inside the cyclotron. So you throw this one, you hear the pack makes an audible sound. Quick, throw it back together. An electronics mode that more accurately reproduces what you see in the original Ghostbusters movie. So you'll see the cyclotron lights, instead of getting that rotational pattern that we see in Afterlife, you get more of just kind of a on-off sequencing of those lights, along with, if you can hear, the sound effects are slightly different. You don't get the cyclotron winding up sound like you hear in Afterlife. Again, just another detail that Hasbro didn't really have to include with this, but recognizing the fan base that they were targeting with this, I think this is an absolutely fantastic feature. So you can have both an 84 version, although some of the exterior details would need to be modified. But you can either have an 84 version of the Ghostbusters Proton Pack or the one that you see in Afterlife, depending on what your preference is. I prefer the Afterlife step, so I'm going to throw that switch back. Another feature for you. The crank knob at the top of the pack also acts as volume control. So if you want to turn off the sound effects altogether and you just want the lighting effects, you can turn it down. Then you can crank them back up. Awesome. So most of the wiring that you see on the pack, the fittings, the hoses, everything, again, from 2 or 3 feet away, you really won't be able to tell the difference or not. But the cool thing that Hasbro included is that all of these are removable. Most of these are just, you know, cast rubber fittings, you know, pressure fit to some, you know, detailing pieces or little parts like sticking out. So that makes it really easy if you want to upgrade this to actual real hardware. And I know there's already a ton of folks out there that are well underway modifying their packs. There are definitely some things I'm going to change on this to bring it up a little bit in terms of accuracy. But if you're not a tinkerer and you just are looking for a pack to, you know, throw on your back and go to a con with, I mean, this is an absolutely fantastic alternative. Another nice feature Hasbro included over on this side of the pack, this little panel pops open and you get a small storage compartment. You can probably throw like a small wallet or some trinkets or whatever, but yeah, very cool. So I think the only thing left to do is to hook up the neutrona wand, so let's do that. So if you have the Hasbro neutrona wand, the first thing you need to do is take out the battery holder, because the Proton pack comes with a connector that's going to replace that. And through that connection, it will supply power to the wand via the pack. So got that connected. Let's turn it on. That that is just so freaking cool. So yeah, here it is in its entirety, the Hasbro Haslab Spengler Proton pack from Ghostbusters Afterlife, along with the accompanying wand, which for people looking to pick one up actually comes separately from the pack. The pack, again, was a Haslab project, so it's kind of a one and done thing. I'm sure you can find plenty in the aftermarket, although be expected to pay a bit of a premium. But the wands are still available. You can pick those up at any of your local retailers. I don't really know what else to say about this, but I absolutely love it. Like I said, for the price point, the detailing, the electronics, the Afterlife versus the 84 mode, the interior of the cyclotron, the interconnectivity with the wand, you know, the shoulder straps that are included, but also the hardware to be able to put this on an Alice frame. I mean, the customization, the detailing possibilities are endless, and I know there's already a huge group of folks out there that are modifying these to look that much better. But I think right out of the box, this is an absolutely amazing piece, and for me, just kind of satisfies a childhood dream that I had of being a Ghostbuster with a really awesome Proton pack. So yeah, I look forward to wearing this out to some local cons and events. So if you see me wearing this, please stop by and say hi. That's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.